sex with Raniel first, and I used unprotected sex with Raniel, and I used protected sex with the other boy. But
Your Honor, she's lying. The boy told me that he had unprotected sex with Demiriel several times because he do not like to use protection.
The wife, Ms. Reed, is dragging her husband's mistress, Ms. Austin, to court not just for a DNA test, but also suing her for $5,000 for wrecking her home.
Ms. Reed, you are demanding that Ms. Austin have a paternity test administered on her child. Being the DNA test will prove that your husband is not her baby's father. Additionally, you are suing his mistress, Miss Austin, in the amount of $5,000 for alienation of affections.
The mistress's ice-cold defense. The wife needs to pay her own bills, and the husband only cheated because his wife wasn't taking care of the home right.
Ms. Austin, you say you are here today to defend your reputation and prove that Mr. Wallace is the father of your child. You argue that you do not owe Ms. Reed anything, and she needs to move on with her life, pay her own bill.
The wife found out about the affair right after she came home from the hospital from giving birth to their second child. She answered his phone, and the mistress chirped, "I'm Raniel's girlfriend."
Ms. Reed, how did you find out about Ms. Austin?
Yeah, and I found out about Mrs. Austin. One day I came in from the hospital from having my second child, and Raniel's phone rang, and I just so happened to answer the phone. And Mrs. Austin, she said, "I'm Raniel's girlfriend."
Plot twist. The other potential father of the mistress's baby is actually the wife's ex-boyfriend, who the mistress is now casually dating. This web is tangled.
Your Honor, how was he the father of her child when there was another man involved?
my ex-boyfriend, the ones who she go with down. I don't know if they go together.
Oh, wait now. Say that again?
Yes, the man that's the other person who they say that is my daughter Demiriel's father, her man, then my ex, who that she is dating now.
The mistress, Ms. Austin, proudly admits she started hooking up with the wife's ex purely as a calculated act of revenge to hurt both her and her cheating lover, Mr. Wallace.
I can explain that situation. Out of revenge. At the time, Raniel was cheating on me with her. So I noticed that Demiriel was messaging a boy up on Facebook telling him how she missed him. So how about I get revenge on Raniel and talk to her boyfriend? Yes, I did it to hurt Raniel and I did it to hurt her. And so Raniel, see, it's not okay to cheat on someone and misuse them and tell them you love them, and that's not what you do to someone you love. Cheat on them and you don't misuse them.
Enter the remorseless Casanova himself, Mr. Wallace. He smugly admits to cheating on his wife simply because he was bored in my marriage and has absolutely zero regrets.
You married to Ms. Reed.
Yes.
But you were sleeping with Ms. Austin.
Yes.
You had a baby with Ms. Reed.
3.
You might have a baby with Ms. Austin.
Allegedly.
You busy. You just standing there, Mr. Wallace, like you don't have a piece of remorse in the world. Now, you don't?
No, ma'am.
The condom story is a mess. The mistress says she used protection with the other guy, but the wife claims the other guy told her they had unprotected encounters several times.
I had sex with Raniel first, and I used unprotected sex with Raniel, and I used protected sex with the other boy. But
Your Honor, she's lying. The boy told me that he had unprotected sex with Demiriel several times because he do not like to use protection.
When the judge asks the mistress who she wants the baby's father to be, the cheating husband or her new boyfriend, she just laughs and can't answer.
Who, baby, do you want it to be? Your husband?
No, Your Honor.
Or your boyfriend?
I'd rather for...
Just when you thought it couldn't get messier, another woman, Kendrelyn Roberts, takes the stand, claiming she also has a 5-month-old baby by the very busy Mr. Wallace.
I also have found my old child by Mr. Wallace that he claims he's not father of.
After the wife's $5,000 lawsuit against the mistress gets dramatically tossed by the judge, the DNA results for mistress number 1 Ms. Austin's baby are finally here.
You have a suit where you are suing Ms. Austin for alienation of affection for the amount of $5,000.
Correct.
Sue for alienation of affection, you have to prove that this woman, young woman, planned to destroy your marriage. I don't see that. It was his free will that started this affair. Are we clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
My judgment is for the defendant.
The courtroom waits for the verdict. With a wife, a mistress, another mistress, and another potential dad in the mix, who is the actual father of this baby?
Comes to baby Demiriel, Mr. Wallace. You are her father.
told you, dummy.
So you were intimate with Mr. Fernandez on the 1st?
Yes, the 31st, the 1st. Then we got into it. He cheated on me on the 2nd, unlike sex, and then I went out with my friend and did what I did.
The 6th, the 7th, and the 8th?
Yeah.
Which is during the window of conception?
Yes, Your Honor.
When were you intimate with other guy when you all fell out?
Like January 5th.
Well, that's the same week.
But he cheated on me on January 2nd.
This man is so furious with his cheating fiancée, he pawned her engagement ring and is now suing her for the $300 loss.
You claim you found evidence that she cheated and another man may have fathered your little girl, Divine. Now, you called off the wedding, pawned the ring, and lost $300.
Her defense for cheating? Oh, he was already a cheater when they met, and she only did it for revenge after smelling another woman all over him.
When we first got together, he already had a girlfriend, so he already was a cheater in the beginning. He cheated with...
I cheated. Why are we here? I didn't cheat.
Okay.
Why are we here right now?
You did cheat, and that's exactly why I cheated. He comes over, he say he was at the house seeing baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I come in, I kiss him, I smell it. Start kissing him all over. Because I'm like, okay, but I really was smelling him. That's what I was doing.
How did he bust her? He proudly admits he's a big snooper, went through her phone, and found scandalous pics of her with a Gucci Mane-looking guy.
I found out it took weeks of me pressing it out of her. When I came home, it was just me and her there one day. I see her phone. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a big snooper. So I grabbed the phone. I paid for the phone, but look, I'm a big snooper. I grabbed the phone.
Put on to make you a
I grabbed the
stalker.
phone, I looked through it, I see her hugged up with a guy, some Gucci man looking guy. I don't think he's black, just, hey, who is this?
The condom allergy bombshell. He claims they never used protection because she told him she was allergic to latex. Is this her wildest lie yet?
I kept asking her, it was several arguments.
And I wore a condom.
You allergic to condoms, right? But you allergic to it?
But I didn't know him.
So you're gonna eat some
But
food
I didn't
that you
know
allergic
him.
to it, but
But
you
I
ain't
didn't
know
know
him.
him.
You ain't know him.
So wait a
But you
minute,
allergic
Mr.
to it.
Fernandez, you're saying Butler is allergic to...
She's allergic to condoms, Your Honor. We never use them. I wasn't even aware of this, because we never use condoms.
to the latex material.
To the latex material.
Busted. Under oath, Ms. Butler shamefully admits she is not allergic to latex and lied to Mr. Fernandez just so they wouldn't have to use protection.
Are you or are you not allergic to latex?
No.
Recent. So that was a lie.
That's why we're here, Your Honor, because she's a liar.
No.
She's a liar.
I'm not a liar.
And
I
I
use
need
the
to know
condom.
that's my daughter.
I use the condom.
So you're not actually allergic to latex?
No, I'm not.
Her own calendar of chaos proves she was intimate with her revenge fling and Mr. Fernandez in the very same week, splitting the conception window wide open.
So you were intimate with Mr. Fernandez on the 1st?
Yes, the 31st, the 1st. Then we got into it. He cheated on me on the 2nd, unlike sex, and then I went out with my friend and did what I did.
The 6th, the 7th, and the 8th?
Yeah.
Which is during the window of conception?
Yes, Your Honor.
When were you intimate with other guy when you all fell out?
Like January 5th.
Well, that's the same week.
But he cheated on me on January 2nd.
The great look-alike debate rages on. She swears baby Divine is his spitting image. He viciously fires back, "No, she don't. She looks like Gucci Mane."
When I was a newborn and her as a newborn, at the time that I felt, we looked alike.
All right.
Y'all look alike right now. What
Okay,
mean?
do you
Look
have
at
those
her.
photos?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Fernandez is a child and Divine is a baby, and you say there's no resemblance.
But as she got older,
Look at the
Your Honor,
eyebrows.
as she-
Look at
as
the
she-
eyes. Look at the
Your Honor,
nose.
as she
Look
got
at the lip.
older, the baby don't look like me. She looks like Gucci Man.
No, she don't.
She looked like the guy that was in that picture.
She admits that in a fit of rage, she spitefully told him, "Yeah, it's not your baby." A comment Judge Lake warns you can never, ever take back.
She told me the baby wasn't.
So, and you, because you always say it's not yours.
Why
So,
not?
Hold on
we got
now.
an
Let
argument.
me get to that. What did she say?
She say, when the baby did get conceived,
Okay,
we
because
was
you
in the
always
home,
throwing
we
in
had an
my
argument,
face.
and I went to take the
You
daughter
cheated,
out.
it's
I'm
Gucci
gonna
Man
take her, I'm
baby.
leaving. That's
So
not your
first
baby.
one day I'm gonna
I'm
say,
what?
yeah, it's Gucci Man
Hold
baby,
on.
because that's
What you
all
mean
you
it's not my
say.
baby?
I don't want to keep hearing it's Gucci Man baby. So, of course, I'm going to say, yeah, it's not your baby.
Despite all the gut-wrenching chaos, he tearfully reveals he has baby Divine's name tattooed on him because he loves her so much and just needs the truth.
I still try to be close and bond with baby. I got her name tattooed on me.
So you
Okay, but
tattooed
you
all
don't
that. I did-
stand off, though. Every time you get an attitude,
That this bothers you.
Yes, it bothers me a lot, Your Honor. Every day I think about it. From work, home, to everywhere, I just think about it. It's on my mind. I love her. I do love that little girl, you know?
Good.
I just need to know, though. I need to know.
The courtroom is on pins and needles. Is this man who pawned the ring about to get his heart broken, or is he actually the father of the Gucci Mane baby?
It has been determined by this court, Mr. Fernandez, you are her father.
told you. I know what I'm talking about.
I'm going by the date. I had my due date was January 14th.
Okay.
I had him January 8th. I had sex with Mr. Johnson April 23rd. And May 3rd is just too close.
This teen mom, Ms. Short, is dragging her first love, Mr. Johnson, to court, demanding he step up for their son Jabari after leaving her to struggle alone.
Ms. Short, you and your mother opened your case today because your first love, the defendant, fathered your 21-month-old son, Jabari. You are a single teenage mother who needs help, and you demand Mr. Johnson step up and be a father.
But wait. Ms. Short's own mother admits she knew all along. There was a possibility he may not be the father, and even blocked Mr. Johnson from visiting.
I did stop him from coming over because I didn't want no feelings to get involved, like them to get attached if he wasn't the father, because she did tell them it's a possibility you may not be the father.
The drama ignited when Johnson saw another girl on Facebook and coldly told Short, "I don't want you, I want her." So what did she do next?
Me and Mr. Johnson had sex April 23rd. I seen him on Facebook with another female, and he was like, "I don't want you, I want her." He was talking about the other female. And I was like, he just left. He just left me.
A mere 10 days after he dumped her, Ms. Short had a revenge hookup with another guy because, as she put it, "Mr. Johnson don't care about me. Why not?"
After that happened, it was May 3rd. I went out to eat with some friends. And
Okay.
that night, I had met the other boy. And this not my first time meeting him, but this the first time we ever had sex. I'm like, well, Mr. Johnson don't care about me, why not?
Mr. Johnson was away, whatever that means, and only found out she was pregnant 6 months later. Then his friends started spilling all the juicy tea about the other dude.
I found out she was pregnant 6 months into her pregnancy.
And were you informed that you were the biological father?
Yes, ma'am. She told my mom that she was pregnant and I could be the father. So at the time, I'm thinking that the baby's mine. At the end of the day, when I come home from being away, I got her friends coming to me, talking to me about the other dude.
The grandmas go to war. Johnson's mom says Short's mom banned her son from the house. Short's mom claims Johnson is a deadbeat who has babies for trophies.
She didn't come to the baby shower, bought the baby 1 box of Pampers. He bought the baby a small pack of Pampers. It's been a struggle. I've been raising him. I've been doing the best I can. It's very, very expensive. I guess he have babies for trophies. He don't pay child support for none of his kids.
And I didn't go for
None of them.
So if this has been very difficult on you.
Ms. Short tries to use her own due date math as proof, claiming her hookup with the other guy on May 3rd was just too close to her April encounter with Johnson.
I'm going by the date. My due date was January 14th.
Okay.
I had him January 8th. I had sex with Mr. Johnson April 23rd. And May 3rd is just too close.
Mr. Johnson was actually there for the baby's birth, but forgot his ID, so he conveniently couldn't sign the birth certificate. Is that the truth or the lamest excuse ever?
Mr. Johnson, were you there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign the birth certificate?
No, Your Honor, I was finna, but I didn't have my ID at the time to sign the birth certificate.
And he wasn't gonna sign nothing until we found out the truth.
The ultimate bombshell reveal, Mr. Johnson, at just 20 years old, already has 4 other children, making little Jabari potentially his 5th. This kid is a baby-making machine.
Child, how many children do you have?
I have 4. With Jabari, I have 5 in all.
So you got 4 other children.
Yes, ma'am.
And Jabari would make 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I say
And you're
something?
20 years old?
The courtroom is on edge. Is 20-year-old Mr. Johnson about to become a confirmed father of 5, or is he finally off the hook for this one?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Johnson, you are the father. Was the time you went back with your ex anywhere near the window of conception?
Okay, so like when I left Robert and I went back to my ex, I had sex with him the same day I went back with him. And I didn't find out I was pregnant until a month later after that. But I had sex both of them on the same day.
After 30 long years of paternity chaos, Ms. Bolyjack is dragging Mr. Smith to court. Her mom, Ms. Common, swears he's the one, but he's not so sure.
Ms. Bolyjack, you and your mother recently appeared in court to help resolve a paternity dispute for your sister. This motivated you to get the answers you've desperately been searching for 3 decades. Your mother has always told you the defendant, Mr. Smith, is your biological father, and you hope today's results prove she's right.
Their so-called summer love ended, she claims, because other women literally wanted to fight her over Mr. Smith. Was he really that much of a prize?
So what was the nature of the relationship? Tell me. Well, you said it was summer love, Miss Common.
Yeah, but girl, women kept coming up to me telling me that Rob was their man and wanted to fight me over Robert and stuff like that, so I left him.
But then the real tea spills. During their supposed summer love, Ms. Common was also still hooking up with her older, more responsible ex-boyfriend.
And I got that with my other older boyfriend, and I told him that he was and I told him that he was the father because he was much older and he was much responsible for taking care of her. But there's a possibility that he's the father.
Because at the time when it was summer love with Mr. Smith,
I was still going back to my ex.
After you got done with him because he was acting up.
Right.
When the summer love turned cold.
Mr. Smith scoffs at her summer love fairy tale, claiming they only had relations about 3 times before she disappeared. So which version is the real lie?
No, it wasn't like that. She lying.
What was it like? If I was horn, who was I horn with? Name one man I was with.
I only hit it a few times. For real. Only a few times.
Well, how many times did we have sex?
About 3 times.
I'm sorry.
About 3 times. That was it.
I just don't want to hear all that. Can we get back?
The one time Mr. Smith did reach out, he called a 12-year-old Lorraine, told her, "I'm your father," then gave her a phone number that was disconnected 2 days later.
Your Honor, I spoke with him once when I was 12. He called the phone. He told me that he was my father. So it's surprising today that he does not have any recollection or anything. When I spoke to him when I was 12, he told me he was my father. He gave me a phone number that I can contact him back on. 2 days later, I tried to contact him. The phone was disconnected.
His pathetic excuse for ghosting his alleged daughter for 30 agonizing years? It's the life I was living out there. I wasn't ready to step up to the plate.
Why did you disappear? Why? You had opportunity. She came to find you, to tell you. At 1. That would have been before Lorraine could remember all of this. Why? Why did you disappear?
It was, Your Honor, it's the life I was living out there, you know. I wasn't ready to step up to the plate and, have any kids.
The ultimate bombshell. Ms. Common finally admits the truth. She had unprotected relations with Mr. Smith and her ex-boyfriend on the exact same day.
Was the time you went back with your ex anywhere near the window of conception?
Okay, so like when I left Robert and I went back to my ex, I had sex with him the same day I went back with him. And I didn't find out I was pregnant until a month later after that. But I had sex both of them on the same day.
To make this mess even worse, Ms. Common confesses she initially told her ex-boyfriend that he was Lorraine's father, and he was actually there for the birth.
Did you tell the ex that he was father and that you were pregnant?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
So did he take care of Lorraine?
Yes, he did when she was a baby. Yes, he did. He went to the hospital with me. He was there for her.
The courtroom is on pins and needles. After a lifetime of uncertainty, is Lorraine about to find her dad? Or is her real father still out there somewhere?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Smith, you are not the father. I'm very sorry.
For one, when she got pregnant, I found out she was pregnant through a manager at the job. He called me in the office and told me she was pregnant. And I told him the same thing I'm telling her. It's not mine.
Ms. Cousin and her mama are here because Mr. Bell is a 2-timing liar who's denying baby Taquan now that his 6-year relationship has been exposed.
Miss Cousin, you and your mother say you had no choice but to drag the defendant, Mr. Bell, into court today because you're fed up with his lies. He denies being the father of your 7-month-old son, Taquan, and has even gone to the extreme by block all contact.
Mama Sharonica's proof? She found lunch receipts with 2 combos on them. His pathetic excuse. If she's paying for it, of course I'm going to take the food.
You went out a whole weekend, yeah. And then not only that, y'all had lunch together.
Can she let her daughter talk?
She wasn't there. Room. I go in her room. I found receipt with 2 combos on it. I asked her what the combos for. For him and her. At the end of the day.
2 combos
meal for lunch.
If she's paying for it, of course I'm gonna take the food. She paying for it.
The mooching gets worse. Destiny claims she had to cut him off because she cannot pay his phone bill every time I get paid.
Every time I go out to get lunch, he right behind me. What you eating for lunch? Can you buy me something? Meet me downtown. Tell me I cannot pay his phone bill every time I get paid.
When she should have been.
Were you paying his phone bill?
Yes.
His sorry defense, it was just a one-time thing in a car. He says they were never really together because he had to go home to her, his actual girlfriend.
Now you say, yeah, you ate the food because she was buying it. You said, yeah, you slept with her.
Once.
It only takes once, you know that, right?
No.
And so, what was the nature of the relationship in your mind?
We met at work. I only seen her outside of work maybe twice. We was never together because I had to go home to her. I was staying with her and my kid.
He claims he found out about the pregnancy from her manager at work. Is this the most bizarre way to get baby news? Or is he just just a massive liar.
For one, when she got pregnant, I found out she was pregnant through a manager at the job. He called me in the office and told me she was pregnant. And I told him the same thing I'm telling her. It's not mine.
He swears she told him, "I don't want no baby by you anyway," as his proof. She screams back that he's a compulsive liar.
I told my manager, because that's the day that my back was hurt. She said,
And she
you can
told
go.
me the baby wasn't mine. I don't want no baby by you anyway.
Wait, he just said that you told him the baby wasn't his.
He's a compulsive liar.
The girlfriend reveals how she busted him. A friend spotted his picture on Destiny's Instagram, where her gushing bio declared, "Oh, I love him, that's the one for me."
I was pregnant with our second daughter. I guess you could say a mutual friend happened to recognize Cortez on her page, like for his pictures and stuff like that. And he asked if Cortez and I were still together. And I was just like, of course. He gave me her name or whatever. I searched for her on Instagram. Of course I'm gonna search. I see Cortez is her profile picture. And I see her bio. She's like, "Oh, I love him. That's the one for me," and stuff like that. So I requested her.
Then Destiny messaged the girlfriend on Facebook, brazenly asking for his mom's phone number because "I have his baby over here." The sheer, unmitigated gall.
She messaged me on Facebook, and she was like, "Do you have Cortez's mom number? Because I have his baby over here." At that point, I showed his mom. His mom was like, "Well, who is that?" I found out she was pregnant through the same person.
Judge Lake absolutely loses it, epically blasting Mr. Bell for his little attitude while mooching off a young woman, letting her buy you food and pay your phone bills.
Mr. Bell, I'm getting tired of your side talk, because I'm going to tell you what it looks like. Every time they go to testify, you talking over them, and the only to me is that you don't want me to hear what they're saying because they're telling the truth. I'm about tired of this little attitude you got, because you got a nice girl. But you over there sniffing up at this little girl at work, letting her buy you food and pay your phone bill. Now you here in this courtroom. Don't be mad at nobody but yourself, baby. Nobody.
Judge Lake holds the envelope. Is this two-timing moocher about to be confirmed as the father, or will his long-term girlfriend get the last laugh?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Bell, you are the father.
Thank you, Lord Jesus.
What is your side of this? Please stand, sir. Step up to the podium. Do you believe you are Elijah's father?
I just gave him the benefit of the doubt because I'm biracial. My father's white, so
This grandma didn't just show up. She exploded in, suing for $1,000 because baby Elijah's too white. Is this a courtroom or a Klan rally with better lighting?
Ms. McBirth, you petitioned the court for a DNA test to prove your son, Kakitho Hughes, is not father of Miss Jackson's 2-year-old son, Elijah Jackson. Furthermore, you're suing Miss Jackson for $1,000 for defamation of character because you claim she posted comments on social media.
Grandma McBirth unleashes her unholy trinity of insults for Ms. Jackson. Trash, trouble, and trifler. Can a human being even survive such legendary, soul-crushing shade?
So, Ms. McBirth, why do you believe your son's not the father?
This woman is trouble. She is trouble with a capital T. She, as a matter of fact, I call her the 3 T's. Trash, trouble, and trifling. That's what she is.
Her evidence? Baby Elijah is white as snow, with 0 chocolate detected by her expert eye. Is this woman a geneticist?
A photo of your son and the child in question?
Right.
And you say the child looks nothing like your son?
That baby white as snow. There's no way that could be my grandchild or my son's baby. He has no features like none of us.
Then Auntie Terrell swoops in like a vulture, calling Ms. Jackson a vampire and a mere snack cake. Will the judge order a psych eval for this whole damn family?
This DNA right here has been in our life. She's never was a girlfriend. You are a vampire. You are just a fly-by-night. We didn't know anything about you. He's been in a relationship for 10 years.
In 10 years?
He's
He's been
by
in a relationship
another
for 2
woman.
years.
And
for
those
10 years.
are my grandsons.
10 years. So all she basically was for him was a snack cake on the side of his meal. There was nothing more.
Thank you.
Auntie then accuses Ms. Jackson of a police-busted, wild, intimate party, complete with a live Ho in This House serenade. Is this paternity court or Mardi Gras gone wrong?
That's a lie.
First of all, she's a liar because you just had a wild party that got shut down by the police station last week.
Hello.
Oh, ma'am.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You did.
Hoes in this
That
house.
is not
Yes,
true.
it is true. Why is your neighbors complaining about the sex that goes on in your
There was
household?
no sex going on.
Grandma actually admits her own son's a trifling disaster, but shrugs it off because he's my son. Will her hypocritical nonsense finally make Judge Lake's head explode?
Miss McBirth, I have to ask you, you're very tough on Miss Jack. Do you have anything to say about your son's behavior?
My son, yeah, I know exactly what type of person he is. He's just as trifling as she is. He's a handsome guy. He's my son, and I know what he do.
A photo of her son kissing Elijah makes Grandma gag, literally wanting to throw up. Can her stomach handle the truth bomb that's about to detonate?
When you look at this picture,
it makes me want to throw up.
It seems like your son is kissing the baby. It makes you want to throw
It makes me
up.
want to throw up. Because it's a
Why?
lie.
For your son to be kissing an innocent child?
Because it's not his.
It doesn't matter, really, if he's showing the child love.
It's not his.
Plot twist supreme. Alleged dad, Mr. Hughes calmly reveals he's biracial because his own father is white. Has Grandma's whole racist charade just spectacularly collapsed?
What is your side of this? Do you believe you are Elijah's father?
I just gave him the benefit of the doubt because I'm biracial. My father's white, so
Now it's Nosebridge-gate. Grandma swears her grandbabies are uniquely bridgeless, but Elijah dares to have one. Is this her smoking gun or just peak delusion?
You don't look like nobody I
all
know.
my grandbabies don't have a bridge on their nose. That little boy got a bridge. Grandchildren all look alike. Every last one.
All his kids, all his kids
So
look
wait,
alike.
we're looking at the bridge of the nose.
Right.
And you're saying none of those match.
None of those match.
Little Elijah calls other men daddy. Mom blames tall, light-skinned guys in hats. Is this baby just easily bamboozled, or is there a secret daddy army out there?
It was about a month ago. I was coming home from work and I heard her tell another guy who was out in the parking lot. She told him, she said, Cash, come on with daddy. Come with daddy.
I've heard him call other dudes.
Go ahead, Trash. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
She makes it hard on herself, basically, because she feels a lot of doubts in the situation.
Were you having your son Elijah call someone else daddy?
No, ma'am.
The results drop, and Grandma and Auntie unleash a full-blown demonic courtroom meltdown, screaming, "The devil is alive!" What unspeakable horror did that envelope reveal?
And whether Mr. Hughes is the father, Mr. Hughes, you are Elijah's father.